How we met?
Questionable first impression leads to a 52-year marriage. Ink Club is not what you think. And what happens when you miss the memo that it's fall break? Welcome to Dutv.
Dutv is produced by Drury University students in the Department of Communication from the Carol Lambert Studios.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Schumacher. First impressions don't always determine your fate. Find out how this couple started their 52-year journey together.
About 5 miles down a back road in Ballroom, Missouri, you can find Frank and Nancy Franska, a love story that began 52 years ago.
How we met?
Their first impressions weren't quite the same.
I had seen him at a little cafe a few times, and I thought he was kind of loud. And
I seen her at this little restaurant she was talking about. I knew she was a little cutie. I had to go after her, so I went after her.
As fate would have it, Nancy had a friend who wanted to go out with one of Frank's friends, and only would go out if it was a double date.
She begged me, please just go with him one time and so I can go out. And so I did.
After and I got her, but it was after the fight though.
After they got married, Frank became a farmer. Frank was originally a dairy farmer, but now he's strictly into the beef business. They also have chickens, which produce farm-fresh eggs for them every day.
He found out that I was not a milkmaid. I would feed the calves, and then I took care of the children.
Tim, the oldest, Amy, the middle child, and Aaron, the youngest. They also have
4 grandchildren, Samantha, Tabitha, and Claire, and Matthew.
Frank and Nancy have had some good times throughout the years and wouldn't trade them for anything, even if...
He's still kind of loud, but I like him.
That was First Impressions produced by Tabitha Franka. She's not the only one who focused on her grandparents on this video assignment. Rachel Skidmore brings us the story of how her grandparents first met.
We've been married 61 years. A lot of ups and downs.
But we've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Bob and Kay were not even 18 years old the day they got married.
But we went to the preacher's house and had it there, and our parents was so upset that we would get married so young they wouldn't come to the wedding. We were so young, and I can understand why they would be leery of that.
It's been fun at some times. We've had problems, but we've worked them out. More financial than anything, starting so young. We milked for years, and she always helped me.
But my mother, she liked Bob and everything, but she had wrote me a letter and told me, because she lived in California and I was living back here, and she told me not to marry that corn plowing boy. Don't you dare marry that corn plowing boy. And then his sister, Rosalie, she said, oh, she'll never make you a wife because she got too small of wrist to pick corn.
We've had a good life together.
Trevor Cobb shows us that working in the library is more than just reading books, more than sitting at a computer, more than knowing the Dewey Decimal System, more than showing people where the bathrooms are, more than just shushing loud students.
For many Drury students, Olin Library is a quiet haven where they can escape to study, print off papers, and even take a nap. For the students who work there, it's a home.
I just like all my coworkers. I mean, they're all like awesome people.
The students not only form relationships with each other, but also with Barbie and Catherine, their managers.
Hello, this is Catherine.
They always ask how her day is going.
I get to know a different part of the student body in a more personal way.
This family environment helps the staff get all of their tasks done quickly and still have fun while they're doing it. While the job may seem easy from the outside, the library workers keep busy, especially in the mornings. From reading the newspaper in search of Drury articles, to retrieving books to send to other libraries, opening the library takes about an hour.
What we do at the circulation desk is help Drury students and faculty and staff with their library usage.
And I like just the regulars at the library, you know, the kind of students that come in and do their work from kind of a day-to-day basis.
These library regulars make the last part of the Olin family. The students who come in and day out don't go unnoticed.
Well, good. That's a lot of it is interpersonal interactions.
Many students don't realize truly how much goes on behind the circulation desk or how much the library workers really do care.
More than having a knowledge of databases. And, oh, are we done? Okay, next. Ink Club, you're thinking tattoos, aren't you? Well, guess again, it's creative writing.
Drury University is home to a variety of creative organizations, but one fledgling club can be found nestled away in room 214 of our on-campus library, Inked.
I wanted to give those people that might not be in a creative writing class the opportunity to still be able to share their work with people and have it critiqued.
Inked is headed by Maddie McCollum and Trevor Cobb, who both have a love for writing.
Writing is one of the purest forms of art because it's really like about you and what you can bring to the table.
Oh, clever. I see what you did there.
Members share and critique a variety of works, from books,
how he left things with Astrid yesterday and hoped that she would just pretend it didn't happen,
to screenplays.
You got everything you could ever ask for. You, good looks, a stable job. I bet she was just jealous.
misleading starts to buy into it.
And will participate in a month-long, 50,000-word novel writing event this November.
We can go through and we, as a group, can look at the work that we've produced and help it to get better.
You will never do this again.
And as for the future of Inked, Trevor Cobb had this to say.
I'd really like us to be able to lay the foundation for like what can be a really successful club with annual kinds of events and that kind of thing in the future. We have to start small and build up the foundation for what Inked can be.
Thank you, video producer Kaylee Etzkorn, for that story. From Drury to Seattle, architecture students take their skills to the next level. Alex Ahrens takes us along for their journey.
It's mid-afternoon on a Wednesday, and the fifth-year architecture studios are empty. Currently, they are all traveling across the country to use their skills in the field. So where have their 8 hours of travel, filled with luggage,
Get back!
escalators, and complimentary snacks taken them?
We're in Seattle!
No, we're eating breakfast right now at the old hostel. Read through this, but you guys need to be there at 9 o'clock this morning.
The students will spend 2 days of design work involving the current project of a tower for the city of Seattle.
Start our design stress.
I would guess something like eight years with Drury. For 6 years, we've been doing the internship program. So we would get a Drury student that would come in and spend a week with us during their spring break, and we would have them work on a project. In fact, this model was made by a Drury student.
Eric Cobb, the head architect at the firm, helps the students hone their skills on the current project.
Because it's such a developed street.
At the end of those 2 days, the students presented their work to the firm's resident architects to gain feedback and insight on the city.
That would be a way to lock your project into the texture.
Finally, after 48 hours of hard work and determination, the students were free to roam the city streets.
Big spots we hit today. See, we hit at Seattle Library, we hit Smith Tower, we hit at the Columbia Tower, we hit the Garden, the park. We hit up obviously Frank Gehry's museum, EMP museum. Right behind us is the Space Needle. The space.
At last, the trip had come to a close, and it was time to dry off.
A love for clothes and a passion for textiles leads this student to pursue her dreams in fashion merchandising.
For the past couple years, I guess you could say, I have been working on my collection. It sounds kind of silly, but it's something I'm actually kind of proud of.
Stevie's interest in fashion began with an annual family tradition.
My mom always made a big deal about getting first day of school outfits. She would take us to the mall and we would get a matching outfit. It's kind of funny that I can remember most of those outfits.
This tradition inspired a hobby that now serves as an artistic outlet.
I'm really interested in art, but I don't have any specific talents. So this is the closest thing I came up with. Just, developing a style I feel like is individual and reflective of who I am.
A lot of people think of like maybe hipster or something, I guess, but I would definitely say more on the European side.
Though her style is also defined as monochromatic, Stevie uses other elements to create the look she wants.
I look at textures. I really like mesh, pleathers, furs, unusual, unconventional things.
Stevie has accumulated items that fit this mold in large numbers. She currently has over 30 sweaters and over 25 pairs of leggings.
I have a decent amount of shoes, but I tend to wear the same 3 every day.
It wasn't until last year that she began to consider fashion as part of her future.
I was never really interested in designing clothes, and I guess I thought that was the only option in the fashion industry.
Now that she's done her research, Stevie plans to use her communications degree to pursue a career in either fashion merchandising or fashion PR.
One of my long-term goals is to one day have a job that I love, that I'm excited to get up and go to every day, a job that challenges me to be creative. It's really exciting to think that that job could be in the fashion industry.
Basketball season is in full swing, and we'll find out what's happening in sports with Kay.
Hi, I'm Kay, and here's your December sports update. First up, we have a doubleheader on Thursday, December 1st. The women's basketball team will be playing against University of Missouri St. Louis at 5:45 p.m. Then, the men's basketball game will follow, also played UMSL at 7:45 p.m. in the O'Reilly Family Event Center. 10 points each are up for grabs on the Panthers app for attendance. Then again, there will be another doubleheader Saturday, December 3rd at 1 o'clock p.m. Our Drury basketball teams will go against Maryville. Women's game starts at 1 o'clock p.m. and the men's game starts at 3 o'clock p.m., still in the O'Reilly Family Event Center, or OFEC. Again, 10 points are each available on the Panthers app. You see them on the sidelines at basketball games. That's what you do know about the cheerleading squad. Danica Dickerson gives us a better understanding of what it takes to be a Drury cheerleader.
All right, guys, line it up! The Drury cheerleading team has grown from 12 people to 30 people from the last year. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are making use of the large team size by doing more than just cheering on the basketball team at games.
We're also going to nationals at Disney World, and we're going to be participating in a new sport called stunt.
Let's go Panthers!
For nationals, we put together a 2.5-minute routine, which basically consists of our best pyramid, stunts, and tumbling.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2.
We compete against some of the best teams in the nation, and this year we're really hoping to bring home a national title.
Drury Panthers, let's go! Stunt is the sport version of cheerleading.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7.
So there's jumps and tumbling. There's group stunts, there's pyramids and basket tosses, and then the last quarter puts it all together.
We practice Sunday through Thursday. With 3 of those practices, we focus on our tumbling, stunts, and pyramids.
7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And 2 of those practices, we focus on our physical strength, so that includes lifting weights and cardio and things of that nature.
Go, DU! Go, DU!
We're going to work extra hard. We really want to bring home a nationals win for the cheerleading program.
With DUTV, I'm Danica Dickerson.
Thanks, Danica. Breaking away from the doubleheaders for a while, the men's basketball team will play against Quincy Monday, December 19th at 11 o'clock a.m. Their Panther app is offering 10 points. On December 31st, we're back again with 2 games in a row. The women's basketball team will play Missouri S&T at 1 o'clock p.m. However, the guys will be playing Southwestern College at 3 o'clock p.m. 10 points are available. Again, these are just a few of the events on the calendar for sports. Go to DU's athletics site for a complete listing. I'm Kate, reminding you to be a Panther and support the Panthers.
Now for an update on what's happening in local theater with Sammy.
Welcome back to On Stage. I'm Sammy Boring, bringing you all of the upcoming productions here in Springfield. Landers Theater is bringing the movie A Christmas Story to the stage. From December 1st through the 11th, this musical will be on stage at times ranging from 2 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Up for another musical, Landers will also be putting on 9 to 5 the musical. This is set in the late 1970s. This is a hilarious story of friendship and revenge in the Rolodex era. It's outrageous, thought-provoking, and even a little romantic. The show will be on stage from January 20th to February 5th. For more information, go online to springfieldlittletheater.org. Coming to Hammond's Hall is the Broadway musical Cinderella. Based on the classic fairy tale, this hilarious and romantic Broadway show is for anyone who's ever had a wish, a dream, or a really great pair of shoes. Tickets go on sale on December 9th, and the show runs from January 24th through the 26th at 7:30 p.m. How about a play? Well, Missouri State will be performing Clybourne Park, inspired by the groundbreaking 1959 play A Raisin in the Sun. Clybourne Park expands upon the story, characters, and themes of the earlier play and brings them up to date. This will be on stage from February 23rd through the 27th at times ranging from 2:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. and on March 3rd through the 6th with the same times. This will be performed at Craig Hall Balcony Theater. Finally, here at Drury, we will be putting on the classic comedy A Midsummer's Night Dream by William Shakespeare. This will be put on in the ballroom in the Finley Student Center from March 1st through the 3rd at 7:30 p.m. and on the 4th at 2 p.m. Make sure to check out all these musicals and plays to show your support for the local arts. I'm Sammy Boring, and now you know what's happening on stage.
Everybody's got childhood traditions. Josiah Clausen uncovers how Clyde continues to pursue his family tradition of hunting for Spanish gold. Roll the tape.
My name is Clyde Riverston, and I'm an amateur spelunker.
Many people like Clyde travel all around, exploring Missouri's many wonderful caves.
My dad first took me here when I was a child, nearly 15 years ago, and I've been here pretty much every year since.
This is Old Spanish, a cave hidden deep within the Ozark Mountains.
Some say there's old Spanish gold hidden in this here cave. My daddy and I spent years looking for it, digging and digging and digging, and with no luck, but we just kept digging it. He passed last year, and his last wish was for me to continue searching for the treasure, and that's exactly what I'm doing right here. So, doggone it, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it.
Despite the prospect of wealth, many believe the cave to be haunted by evil spirits.
Spirits? Nah, I ain't seen no spirit. Besides, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I got the best ghost beside me, the Holy Ghost, that is. Here's a couple diggings we've been working on. This one I started with my dad, finished it by myself. I just started one right over there as well. I don't know if you can see it, but digging right in this little area here. Whoa!
Fall break can sneak up on you in a busy semester. Discover how one girl deals with the surprise of an empty campus in this short produced by Alex Jones.
Hi, I'm Amalia Powell. I'm pretty sure that I'm the last person.
Amalia was not informed that it was fall break. She has allowed me to film her interesting predicament, as she believes me to be a figment of her imagination.
I woke up this morning, my roommate was gone. There's still stuff on the floor, like it was a mess. I mean, it's my mess, but like, I figured she would have helped me clean it up. So I got ready, went to my first class of the day. I couldn't get in the building. So I looked around trying to find someone to help me, and no one. I've never seen no one.
Amalia says that what's important now is keeping herself active.
It hasn't been a bad day. Yeah, it's been like the worst day of my life, but I'm making the best of it.
Molly values equal parts physical and mental exercise.
I've pretty much come to terms with my loneliness. There comes a point when you just accept it. I came outside. The squirrels were here.
Come here.
Oh yeah.
You're a little guy.
I'm a very social person. I love nature. It was nice.
But despite her goals, Molly now spends most of her time mourning her losses indoors.
I just can't believe they're all dead.
Quit telling everyone we're dead.
Sometimes I still hear their voices.
We'll tell her next week.
And that's all we have for DUTV. I'm Caitlin Schumacher. Thanks for watching.